As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a dark shadow over the forest, John settled into his car for the long drive home. The only sound being the soft hum of the engine and the occasional hoot of an owl, he felt a sense of peace wash over him. Suddenly, a figure darted out from the darkness, appearing in front of his car with no warning. John's heart raced as he slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. His car skidded to a stop, and he felt a sickening thud. Panicked, John leapt out of the car and rushed to the crumpled form on the ground. To his relief, the girl opened her eyes, groaning in pain. Without hesitation, John picked her up and placed her in the passenger seat, speeding towards the nearest hospital. But as they drove, the girl's eyes locked onto his, and John felt a chill run down his spine. Her gaze was cold, calculating, and seemed to bore into his very soul. Suddenly, she started laughing and lunged at him, her fingers clawing at his face. John swerved, struggling to maintain control of the car as the girl's attacks grew more ferocious. In a desperate bid to escape, he steered off the road, jumped into the darkness of the forest. John tried to flee, but the girl was too quick. She dragged him back, her grip like ice. As they stumbled deeper into the forest, the trees seemed to close in, casting long, ominous shadows. And then, in an instant, the girl vanished. John stumbled backwards, tripping over his own feet. As he looked up, he saw her standing before him, her eyes blazing with an otherworldly light. She began to change, her body contorting, twisting, until she was no longer human. A ghostly figure loomed before him, its eyes burning with a malevolent intensity. John tried to run, but his legs were frozen in terror. The ghost began to whisper his name, its voice like a cold wind that sent shivers down his spine. And then John fell down and became unconscious. When John woke up, he was lying on the forest floor, his car nowhere in sight. Stumbling back to civilization, he never spoke of that night. The memory of the ghostly girl etched into his mind like a curse. From that day on, he avoided driving alone at night, fearing the darkness that lurked in every shadow.